that in mind. Okay.
Okay, you want to go ahead and get started?
Yeah, I guess it's right now it's 10 after already. So,
All right, perfect. So I've got notes here that in order I want to try and stay or go into. So desk, for hi everyone that is on the line that I haven't said hi to yet. If you don't know me, I'm Lisa Overman, your brand ambassador. I'm sure I've seen everybody at one point or another, or you've seen me on Zoom doing one of these types of trainings. So today we are going to talk about Cbdesk, which is the replacement to Cbexchange. So if you are a big Cbexchange user, you may have noticed you can still access Cbexchange. They're going to phase it out probably in November. But I would start getting used to using Desk. It's the same interface as far as everything that you once had in Cbexchange now lives inside Desk. It's just a matter of kind of figuring out where it is, how to access it. So the new interface is a little bit easier to use. Aesthetically, it's a lot different, but the user ability of it, I will say, is a lot easier. And to move this out. So right now I'm impersonating Caesar, just so you can kind of see more what your view looks like. My view as a user has a corporate view, so I've got a lot more stuff than agents or managers would have. So this is Caesar's desktop or dashboard, I will call it. And the dashboard does function very similarly to how Cbexchange did. So each of these tiles is essentially an app. So when you click into any one of these tiles, you're going to launch that associated app. So Caesar has iProspect and Dash, brand email and Zap, and lead router up here towards the top of his desktop. Now, just like an iPhone, these are movable. So I can rearrange the apps on my desktop. A lot of the things that live in here, you're not going to use on a daily basis, and Desk is designed to be your go-to open desk in the morning. This is the first thing you jump into and start using for your daily business. So I would suggest moving anything that you're going to use every morning to the top of your desktop so it's just in view. We have in Desk rather than Cbexchange. Cbexchange had the one search bar that was not very intuitive. It's super easy to think that you can just type something in like you would into Google and it would spit out results, but Cbexchange it really just wasn't that intuitive. Desk is a lot more intuitive. So this top search bar where it says, what would you like to find today? This is going to be a search of content. So any content that the brand puts out that you're interested in will say luxury. If I type luxury and click enter, I have 33 results for luxury. This is going to give me any information that the brand has released that pertains to luxury. So this is kind of like in Cbexchange where we had a news feed. You could search around in your news feed to try to find content. I think it's a lot easier if you kind of have an idea of what you're looking for. You can type that into this search bar. So if you recall, if you ever tried to search for images or photos in Cbexchange, it was never as easy as this. You could type in photo and you would get 0 search results. So we've made the search bar a lot easier. And after everything I'm doing, I'm just clicking Desk over here on the top left of my menu bar to go back to my desktop. So the other search bar, I move my videos, is this Find an App. So at the end of today, if you don't remember anything else that I said, all you remember is that, oh, inside Desk we have an app that helps you with your listing presentation. If I type in, I'm just starting to type in listing presentation, and CBX listing experience pops up. So the app search bar is basically if you're trying to find a tool. So anytime you hear about a new tool that Coldwell Banker has, maybe you don't remember the name of it. Again, this search bar is really, really intuitive. So you can just type in whatever you're trying to accomplish. Even if I type in something like marketing, when I start to type in marketing, it's going to bring up CBX listing experience because that could be used in marketing, and brand serve, because that's where you're going to get your logos. It also brings up e-marketing, exclusive look, list track, anything that you could think that would pertain to marketing as a tool, you can type in this search bar and it will bring it up. So that is a pretty cool function that we never had before. this add an app button. This is for, over time, there'll be more apps that are added to the desk portal. So as Peter and I were discussing earlier, we are getting ready to launch Moxie and Prospect Square towards the end of the year, early 2021. So when those launch, if for some reason they don't show up on your desktop, you can click the Add App button. So as you can see here, Caesar doesn't currently have CBX Seller Leads on his desktop, but if I clicked it and then clicked Save down at the bottom or Add down at the bottom, it would then show up on his desktop and he could put it wherever he wanted. Close is a good example of an app that is not ours. It is not a Coldwell Banker proprietary app. It's a third-party vendor. But in 2021, we're going to launch a new CRM system called Real Savvy. And with Real Savvy, we're going to have 5 CRM vendors that integrate fully with Real Savvy, and Close is one of them. So Close is the first CRM system to integrate with our new CRM system, Real Savvy. So we've added a button in here. If your agent or if you as a brokerage decided to buy Close as a third-party app, you could add that app to your desktop. So that's something different that we've never had with CB Exchange either, is the ability to add third-party vendors as apps in our desktop. And if anybody has questions throughout, I can't see the chat, so you might want to, you can type them in and I'll answer them later, or just unmute yourself and holler at me or throw something at the screen.
Lisa, you're saying that we can add any app like in the Apple Store?
Oh, no, not any app. This is, I'm just saying like apps that will be integrated with our products.
Okay,
will be added in the future.
I see. Do you have a list of them that that can be incorporated into the system?
So far, the things that are upcoming, I have a view of them on my desktop. So we have Moxie and Prospect Square coming. iProspect is already here. Real Vitalize is a program that's coming soon that eventually will have its own button. Real Sure is another program. It's basically anything that is on the timeline to launch throughout the next 18 months will eventually become an app that you can put on your desktop. So it's just a simplification of, you know, in the past when we would launch products, there would be a lot of, oh, well, go here to find that, go here to find that, go to CBU Learning Center to click on this button, and then you go to the website. Now, whenever we launch an app or we integrate with an app, it will be able to live on your desktop.
Okay.
That makes sense?
So for the apps that we don't use that very often, we can delete it from the desktop.
Yep.
And then add the one that we intend to use more often.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I'm not going to delete anything off Caesar's desktop because I don't know what he wants. But yes, you can do that. So I can click this X and delete this app from my desktop. And never fear if you do, if I were to click it and delete this app from Caesar's desktop, really simple to just click Add App and put it right back on your desktop. So when you delete something, it doesn't delete it forever. It just removes it from your view.
Right.
So these little buttons up here, this is another quick link form that we didn't have in CB Exchange. If I click on My Apps, it's going to show me the most recently accessed apps. So if you just, for whatever reason, do not feel like rearranging your desktop, whichever apps you're typically using, when you click on this button, you're going to see those in most recent. And then it also breaks them down into what type of apps they are after your most recent. So productivity apps, marketing, and open ecosystem. That means those third-party integration systems. And then last is education. Another cool thing that's been added to Desk that we did not have in CB Exchange is this heart button. And these are favorites. So now this is where you can link, it's lonely in there, Caesar hasn't added any favorites. You can add favorite websites. So for instance, if you are frequently visiting your title company's website, you know, every day you need to go to the title company website. When I go to Manage Favorites, I can add a website URL here. So we can say, I'm going to say we'll go to CB Exchange as one of my favorites, even though that would be silly because it's going to go away. But I can add that favorite, and it's telling me I can't add it for Caesar because I'm proxying as him. But if I could, then it would show up in Caesar's favorites. So then from my desktop, I've got all of my apps. I open up my desk in the morning. I have my cup of coffee. I need to go check my title company. I click here. It's right on top. I have a quick link to my title company website. I don't have to navigate out. I don't have to have 15 windows open. Everything is just kind of settled here on my desktop. So that's a pretty cool new feature. Alerts. So next cool feature, I'll just go in order. Next cool feature is the Help Center. So the Help Center in Desk is far more helpful than any other help center that we've ever had. If you click on that question mark button, this is just a kind of a random order of products that we have help on. So guidance and resources just in general. The brand serve portal, you guys might not have all of these as agents. Business Advantage, how do you get started? So those are our discount programs, CBX listing experience, FAQ, seller leads, et cetera, et cetera. So more than just this help center, because generally you're not just going to say, I want help with something, but I'm not sure what it is. From your desktop, most of your buttons, no, they don't have them anymore. So I shouldn't say most. Any of your buttons that have these little 3 dots will take you to the Help Center for that particular product. So Exclusive Look is brand new. A lot of people don't know what Exclusive Look is yet. So you can click those 3 little dots and go to the Help Center. It'll typically have FAQs, training materials, tutorials. Same with Social Ad Engine. It doesn't want to go away. Social Ad Engine. So if I click on, I'm practicing as Caesar. We'll find one. I'm going to go to the Exclusive Look. Oops. Or Help Center for Social Ad Engine. So I click on the Social Ad Engine Help Center. It's going to take me to any kind of help that I can get for Social Ad Engine. Quick Start Guide, agent branding campaigns, email notifications, video uploads, etc. I'm going to go back to my desktop. I need to move this video panel out of the way again. So next really, really, really cool thing in Cbdesk is this live chat function. So if I click the live chat function, I can't do it right now, but it'll send an email during business hours. So 9 to 5, I think it's 9 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. So it just ended about an hour and a half ago. This is a live person. So if I were to type into this chat and say, I'm looking for marketing materials based on our latest advertising campaign, a real person will respond to you and say, oh, you can find that inside BrandServe. Go to BrandServe, click on campaigns, go to all we have, and you will have your marketing assets. Because they're not there right now, I could send them an email, but I won't do that to Caesar.
Lisa, I want to ask you one question. All the information contained in the previous CB exchange will be automatically transferred to the desk, right? So for example, that I used to have an iProspect in the CBA exchange, and now when I use the desk, all the information will be automatically be in the iProspect, including the authorization to use, right?
Yes, it should be, yes.
Yeah, because a couple of days ago when I tried to log on to the iProspect, it doesn't allow me to for some reason. Maybe I'll check it again. But
yeah, check it again because it should have pushed over. So Desk is the same single sign-on as CB Exchange is.
mm-hmm.
So whatever your credentials were for CB Exchange should work as your credentials to get into Desk.
Yeah.
And then that single sign-on should push you through to any and all of our apps that live inside of Cbdesk. If you're getting an error message, if it's telling you that you don't have authorization, once you get in through Cbdesk, send me a screenshot of that and I'll send it over to our help desk and make sure something didn't get messed around.
That's good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, so that is mostly the desktop. So you can see here we've got all of the same tiles as we did in CB Exchange. And now keep in mind, as I said before, if you get in here and for whatever reason you don't have an e-marketing tile, just add app and search for e-marketing and you should be able to add it straight from that add app button or from this add app button. And then all the way down here at the bottom, we of course have our help desk number, request help, and then reset password. So if you are somehow inside of your Cbdesk and you don't know your password because maybe you had it saved into your browser and now you want to change it, you can of course do that from here as well. Okay, next we have CB brand. CB brand is similar to what you would have seen in your news feed in CB Exchange. It just organized it a little bit differently. We also put a button on here for the Coldwell Banker store, which we didn't have before, so that's really helpful. And if you scroll down, you get to that news section. So this is where any announcements are coming out from the brand. If you click on briefs, it'll also take you to that same kind of similar news feed feel. So this just came out today or yesterday, I believe. So I can click on, I can't click on it because it's easier, but you could click here and save the date for our upcoming virtual happy hour for Gen Blue next week. It gives you all of that information. I think the CB briefs and the CB brand section are great ads for Cbdesk. I apologize, it is so loud where I live. So it was a little harder to navigate in CB Exchange to just find what the most relevant upcoming information was at Coldwell Banker. So now we have it all in one section. You've got your virtual education expo. This is something as an agent that I would pay really close attention to. These come out once a month. This is a recap of our last month's. And you can get in here and watch the presentation or the recording. And then save the date for our next upcoming Ed Expo, which is on October 1st. So those education expos, they're free. It's something that we've started during COVID to kind of keep everyone informed, to keep everyone's skills sharp. We also had a virtual wealth builder expo. That might have ended. I think it was a 4-part series. But the CB Briefs is a great place to, whatever is featured in here is usually upcoming, and it's the next kind of big thing that we're featuring nationally. So the CB Briefs is a great section. The COVID-19 information, this is the broker hub. I'm not sure if agents have access. Caesar obviously does. He's a broker level. But the access to the content hub, this is just where any information that you would want on COVID-19, how it's affecting business, programs that you can apply for, press releases, templates, anything to that nature lives in our COVID-19 hub. So if you're ever looking for something that you want to blast out even to customers, just an update on what's going on with COVID-19, how business operations are being affected, this is a great place to find any information on that. Next up, we have the marketing section. So this is brand new. CB Exchange did not have a section like this. And so you can see as you click through here, there's some really, really good information that probably lived in CB Exchange, but you could never find it because you would never know what to search for. So CBA paid search ad overview. For everyone's information, CBA just stands for Coldwell Banker Affiliates, which we all are. So if you ever see CBR, that's Coldwell Banker Realty, that's our corporately owned side. So CBA paid search ad overview, if I click into this, this is a top to bottom tutorial on how to run paid searches on Google. It's 24 pages long. This information is, if you were just to Google paid search on Google, you would never find such a concise, comprehensive guide on how to pay for advertisements on Google, where to pay for them, what to pay for, where they show up. I mean, this is the most comprehensive guide to paid search on Google I've ever seen. And like I said, it probably lived in CB Exchange. It just wasn't nearly as easy to find. I had never seen it. We also have paid search on social media and YouTube, a TrueView online video, YouTube TrueView online video advertising. And so over here on the right, again, if I click this, it's going to tell me I can't save it on behalf of Caesar. But if Caesar were to see this and click this heart, it would save it to his favorites. So he would have a quick reference. Maybe he opens this paid search today and he's like, wow, this is an amazing tutorial. I don't want to forget about it. I want to put it in my favorites. Super easy to save. Awards and production. We did have a section for this in CB Exchange. Not a lot of people used it, but this is where you can go to find exactly kind of like where you stand. So if you are just on the edge of being, you know, a top producer, or you think you're approaching the Diamond Society, we have our awards requirements that all live in this awards and production section. So if you're ever curious what awards you might be eligible for in 2019, in 2020, come 2021, this is where you will find that information. The branding section, same thing. These are mostly PDF tutorials or PowerPoint tutorials on things that a lot of them you can share to social media. Our 2019 marketing year in review. This was a letter from David Marine that showed everywhere in 2019 that our advertisements were showed, featured, how many looks they got, how many views, clicks, etc. As you can see, nearly 2.9 billion media impressions in 2019. This is awesome information to share with customers that are curious about, you know, how our marketing dollars are being spent from the corporate level. The Guiding You Home 2020 ad campaign is exactly what it says. It is a PowerPoint. So this is something that you can download and you can manipulate yourself to use in your advertising or in your branding. So again, anything in branding is going to be something that you can download. Usually you can customize it, but it's good information to share with your sphere of influence, just kind of the power of Coldwell Banker. Global Luxury is a section we did not have before that I really, really do like. A lot of agents come to me and say, you know, I know that there's a Global Luxury certification. I can't find it anywhere in CB Exchange. We now have its very own little section in CB Exchange. So you've got your Global Luxury section, and then certification will tell you exactly what you need. So I clicked on this LPS certification FAQ. It would give me a breakdown of what I need to do to qualify to be a luxury professional at Coldwell Banker. We have our luxury property specialist marketing material. So if you are already a luxury property specialist, you can come straight to this luxury portal and you can click on your Express Docs. Will take you to luxury materials in Express Docs, or the Global Luxury Fill in the Blank press release. That's for agents who just became luxury certified. And then this direct mailing list is not exactly what it sounds like. You can't just jump in here and pull down a direct mail list, but we do, for our Global Luxury agents, offer a very deeply discounted access to Wealth Engine marketing programs. And Wealth Engine is a supplier of very, very ultra high-end customer lists. So you can get into Wealth Engine if you are Global Luxury certified and purchase customer lists for some of the top 1% wealthy people in the country. So that's a pretty cool mailing list to have access to if you are Global Luxury certified. And then, of course, as far as Global Luxury goes, we do have our entire Global Luxury marketing toolkit, which lives here. You've got your Global Luxury threshold lookup tool that'll tell you what price threshold you have to meet per the zip code you are in order to qualify for a Global Luxury transaction. I'm going to skip prospect. No, prospecting is for the affiliate side. No, I was going to skip this. So prospecting is a section I would skip, and agents who may not have this in your portal, it might just be from a broker view, but this sales CV overview brochure, if you do click into it, and I will show you, because Peter, you were asking about it earlier, a lot of the things that show in this brochure are yet to come. So if I scroll down, in this section where it says production power, CBX and Moxie Present, we don't have that yet. It's coming. Listing Concierge, we don't have yet. It's coming. Prospect Score is coming. Real Vitalize is coming. So a lot of these things, I would not use this until we've launched most of these. But once we have launched them all, it's definitely an asset to use to explain to your customers all of the products and tools that we have at our disposal in order to get their listing sold quicker or to find them a property sooner. Social media is a section that we recently added to CB Exchange maybe about a year ago that just helps guide you into the social media templates a little bit easier. So as we all know, a lot of media was not typically optimized for social media. So we added several sections that are already optimized for social media. And of course, here it gives you a quick link to BrandServe, which is where we house a lot of our social media materials. But down below, we have social media guides. So these are helpful for if you're choosing to use Facebook to do a lot of advertising and you're not using our product social ad engine. These will help walk you through how to set up your Facebook business page, how to promote advertisements through your Facebook business page, and then we also have YouTube help, Twitter, and Pinterest. These are links to our social medias. So this is our GenBlue Facebook group. If you're not a part of it, it's for some reason, for some people, it's really hard to find. But if you're not a part of it, when you jump into Desk, you go to that social media section and scroll all the way down, I would suggest joining our GenBlue Facebook group. It is an admin permission portal, so once you apply or once you click add, you might have to wait a day for the admin to look you up in the system, make sure that you are a Coldwell Banker agent because it is private. It is, well, it's private to Coldwell Banker, and then they will allow you access to that GenBlue Facebook group. But that is a wonderful, wonderful place to network with the rest of the members of our Coldwell Banker network, to see anything that's upcoming. Anytime we have an education expo, they'll post it in the GenBlue Facebook group, and really anything that's going on with the brand. So that's a really easy way as well to keep in touch with what's going on. The studio, I just saw, I don't know if Caesar's on, but I just saw Caesar was inquiring about the studio. The studio is something that you're not going to have access to yet, but the studio is coming soon, and there's 3 parts to the studio. There's the design studio, the social studio, and the listing, what is it? Design concierge, listing concierge, and social concierge are all part of the studio. So the studio is actually a group of live people that work for Coldwell Banker Corporate. They are sectioned out into 3 general categories, like I just mentioned. The listing or the design concierge is going to help, in the future, is going to help with things like business cards, stationery, if you want some sort of customizable stationery or postcard to send to your clients, the design studio would be helpful for that. The social studio is exactly what it sounds like. They help with social media. And then the listing concierge listing, I always get these backwards. The listing concierge is coming soon, which will help promote listings through a million different portals. The listing concierge program is very, very highly anticipated by our affiliates, and it's planned to start launching Q4. It's going to pilot in several different states and then hopefully start launching in Q1 of 2021. My business is something that is coming soon as well, to a certain extent, for CBA affiliate side agents. But in here right now, you should have access to at least to this education portal, which again will take you to our virtual education expos and this month at product. So this month at product, if you are curious and want to learn more about the studio that I just mentioned, this month at product are agent-facing sessions once a month where they will go over an upcoming product that's going to be released. So if you see this button here, this month at product for agents, you have all of the upcoming events, which this one obviously now has passed. The next one would be Wednesday, September 23rd. They will go over whatever the next coming product is in very short form, and they take live questions, which I think is really cool. So they'll do like 20 or 30 minutes of content, and then they will open it up to questions, and they will answer as many as they possibly can. So if you're curious about, I don't know if it will actually tell me what's upcoming. No, it doesn't want to tell me what the next one is. If you're curious about what products are coming out, if you just jump into one of those sessions, you can see what's coming, or you of course have all of the archived previous sessions. So very last but not least, we have our Business Advantage program. In CB Exchange, we called this, you had to search for A to Z in the CB Exchange search bar to find this whole portal of discounts that we get because we are affiliated with Coldwell Banker. Now it has its own section, which is very easy to use. So if you are curious if we partner with a certain company or you're looking for a discount on really anything and everything, my suggestion would be just to get in here. It's in alphabetical order. You can scroll through. For instance, a good one is budget. So budget truck rentals or budget car rentals. If you click into this Business Advantage, it'll kind of give you a little snippet of what it is. With the Coldwell Banker Business Advantage program, you can get 20% off budget truck rentals. So these are kind of things where, if you want to give your buyers a closing gift and you want to rent their budget truck for them so that they don't have to pay, you know, $300 for their move or whatever it is, you can use this discount to save yourself a little bit of money and book that truck. There's also, they might have taken it out, but a long time ago, no, we still have it. We have a discount for Tiffany's. So if any of you are just incredibly generous and you want to buy your clients a nice closing gift, Tiffany's is a great closing gift. And we do get a discount with them of 15%. So FYI to all of you very generous agents who are buying your clients' closing gifts from Tiffany's. So that is Cbdesk in a nutshell. Did I miss anything? What questions do we have? Let me look in the chat really quickly. Cbdesk and want to edit my profile. Do we send the request to our office? Okay, great. So yeah, you're right, I didn't mention that. So your profile, click on your profile in the top right-hand corner. If I go to my profile, if something in your profile if you cannot edit it, it does come from Dash, just like CB Exchange did. So if you don't like your photo or your address is incorrect, your email address, what have you, yes, that you would go to your office administrator, whether it's Caesar or Lori or Peter, and ask them to change your profile. It has to be changed in Dash, and then Dash, of course, feeds overnight.
Lisa, is a build out still within the desk?
Not yet. That is something, so Blueprint and Build Out are still living separately. It is on the roadmap to integrate them at some point. I don't believe that's coming in 2020. So for now, we're still operating with Blueprint and Build Out separate from Cbdesk.
Oh, okay, okay. So maybe in the future it will be integrated as well.
We hope so, yeah. We hopefully, at one point, we hopefully want to have everything in one place.
That's good. Yeah, it's pretty easy to use. The desk, you know, pretty intuitive.
It is. It's incredibly intuitive. I think, you know, out of everything that is in Desk, I really just like the two new search bars. The search bar, the app search bar especially, because I know, you know, this is a very general, broad overview of how to use Desk, but when I do training, say we did a training on CBX listing experience, a lot of times agents will leave those trainings and they'll be like, I really liked that product and it was so cool, and I, you know, but I don't remember because we name everything so similarly, right? So was it CBX listing experience? Was it CBX seller leads? What it was CBX something, something, something. And so when I go to that Find My App and I type in CBX, if that's all I remember, it's going to show me, oh, CBX listing experience obviously is what we were working in. So I like that feature.
Yeah. If we are recruiting an agent to come to our office, would we be able to give that person a temporary authorization to use the desk?
That's one thing we can't do. I know it came up, my team has brought it up to the desk people over and over again, because that is something you could do with CB Exchange, and they've said that that is not currently a capability of Desk. We can't allow temporary access to Desk. But it is an opportunity for you to be able to sit down with an agent and show them everything Desk has to offer.
Well, some of the agents would like to do it at their leisure time, you know. So before the CB, with the CB Exchange, we can give temporary authorization, maybe a day or two, for the prospective agent to log into the CB Exchange and you know, browse around, but not for that, huh?
Not yet. I'm hoping if we keep telling them over and over again that that's a big ask, that they will be able to add that functionality. But yeah. I believe the rationale for not having it is because this was previously a corporately owned proprietary software, and they didn't allow any sort of outside access because it would have given away a lot of secrets. So I have a feeling they will find a way to add a guest user experience at some point. We keep telling them that it's necessary.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. What else, guys? Anything else? It's pretty easy, right?
Yeah. Pretty easy to use.
Yeah. Let me think if I forgot anything for you. This is just a drop down. I didn't mention this, but this is just a drop down of your view. So this can take you between your apps, which you're already on, or the help desk, or the help center, I should say, which I already clicked on to insert the help center for, I don't know, FAQ. And then I can see all of my FAQs in the help center. So this is controlling your search bar, what you're searching within. I just keep it on everything, because if you keep it on everything, you search everything. So.
Any questions from the agents? This is the time to ask. Lisa is very good at answering questions.
Oh, there's Caesar. Caesar says, please ask questions. He's like, please ask questions.
His face?
He's like, you're going to ask me later, and I'm not going to know, and I'm going to have to ask Lisa, so ask her now.
Yes, he says then, but he's hiding his face.
I can't see anybody right now. Caesar must be working from a undisclosed location.
No, he's in the office.
Oh, is he? I saw Caesar this morning. I saw you. Yeah, Laura, you were there too. You were on the CBC this morning. And you too, Peter. You just probably didn't see me in for a while. Multitasking.
Yeah, we have a day of meetings today. We have 3 meetings. Right, Laurie?
Yes, it's been a long day of Zooming.
Yeah, right.
I hear ya. Well, I won't keep you Zoomed any longer than I need to. If nobody has any questions, I mean, you guys know where to reach me. You can always reach out.
Okay.
We'll give you 14 minutes of your day back.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa. Great job.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will send
Thank
it
you.
to you as soon as it comes available, Peter.
Okay. Appreciate that very much.
Not a
Thank
problem.
you.
All right, everyone. Thanks for
All
coming.
right.
See
See
you soon.
everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.